Well, for those of you who are familiar with Transmoto and you've seen it over the last 3 or 4 issues, you'll probably recognise this bike or something that looked very much like this. Husqvarna's 2016 FC450, the flagship, whole new, completely new generation bike that they released 12 months ago. We've been lucky enough to have it for a project bike for the last 6 months through the magazine, after which it's been given away. In fact, it's already been given away to a guy in Victoria, a lucky subscriber who won the bike. So let's just do a bit of a take stock before we do actually give it away. So, done about 15 hours on the thing so far. For stage 1, we literally didn't do a whole lot with the bike. We put some new Dunlop rubber on it. Comes with MX52, so it's what we did. Some custom graphics and an hour meter, and that was it. And then we literally put another 12 hours on the bike just to really sort of see living with the thing, what it was like, you know, what we liked, what we didn't like, and where we thought judiciously were the best mods placed on it. For the stage 2 article, added a little bit of performance. You know, we went with the FMF titanium muffler. But look, really, we didn't do a whole lot. We've, aside from that, we put a few little bling bits and pieces on the bike. We got the guys from Axis Motorsports up near Newcastle do a little bit of work on the Force ES suspension. We put some Force radiator guards or billet radiator guards on the thing for some protection, but not a lot. I mean, these things are, that's the point. These things are premium products as they come out of the box, and they're ready to race. You know, so it's very much about customising. Which brings us to today. So we've come out here to out at Emu Plains, Husqvarna Australia's workshop where they run their race teams out of. And we hooked up with Christian Horwood, who's a former pro rider, mechanic now, or technician for the Enduro team, and works out here full time. Christian's been good enough to give us his time today, and we've done a whole lot. Basically, we didn't want to hand over a bike that had mud on it, and unfortunately, Christian did have to wash the thing a little bit today. But what we've done is given the thing a freshen up, and put some new bits and pieces on it. So just, I guess sort of just taking stock of what we have done today. You know, with only 15 hours on it, you really wouldn't expect a great deal of engine work. Certainly pistons, you know, I think it's more like 40 or 80 before you do the check. So it was just literally checking the valve clearances. Christian tells us that's absolutely fine. Obviously had an oil change, etc. New filter, new air filter, new oil filter. We put a Rush Air uni filter, air filter in the bike. Aside from that, with the engine, we've just gone with a clutch cover, cool looking black one down there, which comes from the Husqvarna accessories catalogue. New chain and sprocket just to make sure it's fresh for the winner of the bike, and then a few little bits and pieces. We've got the kind of cool blue anodised levers, both on the brake and the clutch. Same on the tip on the brake and the shifter. A whole new set of plastics across the board, including these new slightly different shaped handguards, which are new from the Husqvarna accessories catalogue. Grip donuts, just looking over the bike, and a fresh set of the new Dunlop MX3Ss, which is a sort of upgraded version of the MX32s, and the gripper seat cover, of course, again, Husky accessories. Really cool thing in black, and just gives it that really mint factory look. And of course, a fresh set of the rivaling custom graphics right throughout, including on these handguards here, fork legs, etc., just to complete the package. So for all intents and purposes, the thing's Mickey Mouse looks 100% new. So essentially what we're saying is the bike's got a factory freshen up from, you know, the best guys in the business with all the new Husky accessories parts on it, been 100% checked over. So and it's also sorted, like the suspension's, you know, in a better, both fork and shock from the Axis guys did that. The bike's better balanced and more suited to sort of like an average to a quick rider. So I kind of envy the guy that's getting this, because, you know, once we got it together today, everybody stood back and looked at it and said how fantastic it looks. In the next week or so, the bike's going to be shipped off. The boys here are going to ship it off along with all the spare parts and extras and bits and pieces that have been replaced by Husky accessories parts. Go down to First Class Motorcycles down there in Victoria, where the boys will hand over the bike. It's the closest dealer to the winner. Hand over the bike plus a year's supply of Bel-Ray oils and lubricants, which is pretty cool, and we've got it actually itemised on the website. That's the best part of $2,400 worth of oil and lubricant and bike care products. So obviously Bel-Ray was a sort of key part of that. International partners, you know, with Husqvarna, so it was a perfect partnership. So it's been a really good time we've had with the bike. It's you know, we've ridden a 12-hour on it. The Transmoto 12-hour, the Transmoto 8-hour. We've been to Ricky Carmichael's school on it. We've had Jay Marmot ride the thing on 2015 versus 2016 bikes up against Mark Brown. So we've had a hell of a lot of fun, and we've learned a lot about the bike, and it's a fantastic machine. And, you know, as a new generation Husqvarna, you'd kind of really expect that. In a lot of ways, really sad to see it go, but we really know it's going to a good home, a really deserving bloke who has been saving his pennies for this exact bike, so I'm sure he's going to have an absolute ball on the thing.